Learn to be super successful. Subscribe to my channel, meathead.
If you got no questions, I don't want to go to the next thing, next block. You sure? Clark? Yeah, question? Go ahead.
Yeah, so what about visions? Do you do them at the same time as you read the affirmations, or?
Thank you for reminding me of something. Thank you. Wait a minute. There are 10,000 affirmation apps. 10,000. This one, it gives you money, unexpected money every 10 minutes. This one gives you unexpected money every 15 minutes. This one every 24 hours.
You have the ability to rise higher, to go further, to accomplish more. You cannot wait for the feelings to come. You can create the feelings.
His father attended my first seminar in Houston.
I always have more than enough money. I make money every day. I have lots of money. I am affluent. I am wealthy. I am rich. I love money. Money loves me. Money comes to me.
Then they got the yin and the yangers. No, I don't like that one. Now, almost everybody that's ever come through this seminar in recent years has a thing they wear and they listen to music. You know, when they work out, okay. And it's been proven, I don't know if definitively, that hard rock and music like that can fuck up your brain and rot your brain. It's also been proven that when you listen to music like Elderwise, by the way, no two snowflakes are alike. I don't mean you snowflakes. I mean snowflakes that fall from the sky are alike. And if you play this Elderwise when you listening in a room, a vacuum with music, that's what the snowflake looks like. When you play heavy metal, that's what the snowflake looks like. When you play Amazing Grace, that's what the snowflake looks like. When you play Imagine by John Lennon, that's what the smoke. Most of you have already been rotting your brains with shit. Now you've heard from more than one person of the webinars, they listen to me from the time they get up to the time to go to sleep. Because it's not so much the words I say, which they should pay attention to the words, it's setting the framework. It's gearing them up to think the way I'm teaching you to think. The way Anelli wants his kids to think with their heads screwed on straight. I listen to myself every day. Sally will come into the office, I'll be crying. She says, turn yourself off, Dan. Because nobody loves me more than me, and nobody loves hearing me more than me. And obviously I know the next word I'm going to say in every one of these things I've taped. But it's like, I don't have to motivate myself, but whenever I have any downtime, which isn't often, I watch The Last Samurai. I watch 300, the movie. I watch Grant, which is a new miniseries that just came out. This is what I watch. And I listen to. I'm not interested in any of the other bullshit. And, but I reset myself either with my own voice or some super action thing. There's a thing on TV now here in the UK called Warriors. And it's a spin-off of a Bruce Lee book that he never got published from 40 years ago. And I think it's pretty neat. San Francisco, circa the 1850s, 60s, when they had Chinese labor, etc., and where they're doing all the things that Black Lives Matter are complaining about, and Me Too, except to the Chinese. And unfortunately, the Americans, they haven't just discriminated against black people. They've discriminated against fucking everybody at one time or another. And that's nothing to be proud of. It's just the truth. But virtually not all, but almost all countries have been involved in slavery since. But I watch stuff like that. But the affirmations, we have some of the kids go and they tape their affirmations and they listen to them at night subliminally while they're asleep. Some people, and I will not tape your affirmations, so don't ask me. Some people wanted me to do it in my voice, but I don't want to do that. Some people go hire a professional actor or actress to tape their affirmations. There's a thing called Pfeiffer or Tenfer or something like that online where where they can get somebody to say their affirmations. The important thing is to say them. I like reading them myself. I've never used the tape. But it's the last thing, just before my prayers, and when I'm waking up, if I don't go back to my prayers, I go back to my affirmations, and whatever 2 or 3 affirmations seem to me taking longer to happen. I don't think they're not going to ever happen. Some just take longer to happen than others. Some just take longer to happen than others. But they all happen. They all happen. And if you go on the principle that some take longer than others and that they're all going to happen, they all happen. They all bloody happen. And, I'm living proof of that. I was kidding around, not so much kidding. I wasn't voted least likely to succeed in my high school class. But I was certainly, because they didn't have that. And now I'm sure they don't have that. They wouldn't put that stigma on somebody in high school. But I surely was down in the bottom of the dredges. And I told you when I went back for my 20-year high school reunion, nobody believed it was me, especially since I had just been on the front page of the LA Times a couple of days before, because everybody thought I'd be dead because of the crazy shit that I did. But if I didn't understand goals and affirmations then. I really didn't get with that program until I was in OCS, Officer Candidate School, where you had goals to do certain things, and they didn't call them affirmations. They called it positive mental attitude in those days. But ever since that has happened, they worked terrifically for me and for the kids. Brian Rose, future mayor Brian QLA Rose says that affirmations, change his life. And he's not the only one. And they do. But if you don't believe them, don't say them. I saw myself on this estate way before I ever owned it. I saw myself, I've met 5 presidents. None of them in the White House. When I tell people that, they thought I've been invited to the White House. I've been invited to the White House once. I saw no president, but I've met 5 presidents. But I made it my business to meet 5 presidents, most of which were also rans. The most presidential president I ever met was Richard Nixon. He's the most presidential. I met 5 secretaries of state, yada, yada, yada. But I made it my business. Because if you're sitting, I'd like to meet 5 presidents in bumfuck Arkansas or San Francisco. The odds of you meeting 5 presidents are 0. Are 0. But I've always pulled the trigger and I've always run into the gunfire, and I was never embarrassed, to step on my dick, unfortunately. And most people are, as we all know. The last thing you want to do is be embarrassed. And I've been embarrassed a lot of times in my life. But again, what is it? Dad says, no, it's not what happens to you in life, it's how you interpret. And if you've been told that since I don't know if my dad told me it was when I was 2 or 3, but I certainly know 5, 6, 7, I've heard that. It's not what happens to you, Danny, it's how you interpret it. And so that's why I say, call me anything, just give me the fucking money. And Sally, affectionately, I hope, calls me Rhino Skin. because you can't hurt my feelings. Again, I was raised, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you. And now we've got young kids hanging themselves from Facebook. Okay, guys, YouTube, you missed a lot. Wait a minute, Kat. You missed so much secret shit. It's unfucking believable. I'm thinking of closing YouTube down because we said it all here today, and I don't want it to get out. You missed out, YouTube. Now go fuck yourself.